This is why we do YouTube. Tail whips, innit? Let's get some tail whip. Yes, on YouTube, what's good? So I hope everyone's well. If you're new around here, I'm Albo. We ride bikes, we have a laugh, we record it, all that good stuff. And to be real with you, we're mixing it up here. How to tail whip is going down, and every other how to tail whip on YouTube doesn't even explain the fact that there's goofy footed people out there. People don't kick with their back foot. We're going to show you guys how to tail whip both ways, because that's just, yeah, no one else is doing it. I don't know if you've clocked it, but we do things different around here. So like, comment and sub. Let's go. I reckon straight in, I'm just going to have a little flow and see what happens for a minute. I can do a better one than that. Whoa! Edgy, but I'm keeping that one because it's just for fun, isn't it?
Bar up, 3 in, come back, whip.
Yeah. If I get that, these guys have got a like, at least. This is why we do YouTube, because if I did this off camera many more years, I'd be done for, mate. No content. Jesus. That's the opposite now, isn't it? I said like and everything, but I just gave him a stack. I wanted that so bad.
Do you reckon you got it?
Yeah.
Straight in.
Oi, we'll go straight to switch. Bit of off-roading, right? But they're my switch whips. My normal whip, everyone out there that kicks normal whips, you kick with the back pedal and you catch the front pedal. If you're goofy footed, you have to almost bring your foot back a little bit, kick, and still catch your back foot. I've seen so many riders doing this over the years. All the cat-footed riders that I know do it like that. Almost bring it back a little bit, kick it from the back, catch the back foot. Just keep it neutral. A normal footed person that does tail whips will kick with their back foot. A goofy person like me and Jake kick with their front foot. I spin left, but I kick with my front foot. So I had to go out and learn how to do a switch tail whip, to do a 360 tail whip, to do a tail whip air. I just want to encourage people out there, if you're goofy footed, get kicking the opposite way, learn it. Feels real weird at the beginning, took me ages to learn, but it's well worth it. As far as it goes, tail whips, front foot, goofy footed, kick with the front foot. Normal footed, kick with the back foot. Downside tail whip, the pyramid. So that's a downside whip. So I spin left and I kick right with my front foot, because I'm a goofy rider. I don't kick like normal tail whip people, right? So I down whip that, and that's my easiest way. I'm going to show you guys what I mean about the front foot kick. I'm going to tail whip the opposite side of the pyramid, but I'm just going to do a normal whip and I'm going to kick it with my front foot to explain to you guys how the goofy riders feel when they try and learn tail whips. So I've just looked at it, and what's gone down here really, so I've showed you guys everything on the pyramid that I need to show you about a goofy rider. But realistically, I've got to do the switch whip on here now. I can't switch down whip, but I'll do the switch whip and bring the people that. If you like this video, if it's helping you, or better yet, if you get to the end of the video, you try it at a skate park and then you learn a tail whip, make sure you whack a comment in there letting the people know that this is the video to click on. Let's get back into it, let's go. Still got to go back in yet. Was that it? Slow it down, innit?
Yeah.
Don't be so aggressive, Lord, you say. Right, back in. This is actually a realistic how-to, because this is what these people behind the screen would be doing at a skate park. This is what it takes, like, straight up. I've been hurt on the last 2 tricks, and all that's going through my mind still is I just want to ride away. Right, guys, I know I'm doing a how to whip one way and how to whip the other way, right? I'm not an Olympic athlete here on the BMX, you know what I mean? It was sketchy but I'm actually taking it because my ankle, I won't be able to do anything else to give you guys anything else from this video. So I'm taking that switch whip. I know it's terrible. Mainly I want to let you guys know, if you're going to be trying tail whips, you get yourself some ankle pads and get yourself some pads and proper pad up, because when I was first learning them, I had all my stuff down there trying to learn, watching these how-tos, and my shins would have been wrecked if I didn't wear shin pads back in the day. So I don't want to set a bad example with the lack of helmet and the lack of shin pads. So do yourself a favour, do all of that, get on the bike, watch an Albell video, figure it out, because we're trying to explain to you guys how to tail whip, and we're going to do that. So leave a comment if you're successful. Let's go. I'm going to explain to you guys now, like the actual, in 3 easy steps, how you're going to do a tail whip, because realistically that is all it takes. First step of actually doing the tail whip is straight up being confident but kind of loose. You need to be able to jump off your bike and on, so no footers are a good example. Any sort of foot tricks like cans, no foot cans, anything like that can help benefit you with the tail whip, because once you're past being comfortable and you can really kick that tail whip round, that's the first step. So we're going to get on to the second step, and the second step is, in my opinion, right, being able to do the motion, but you also need to be leaning over. A good example of this is a foot jam whip. Foot jam whip is a good example. You should really work on them if you want tail whips. That's just ultimately key. So the second step of doing a tail whip is the motion, because you're going to learn that motion by doing that one trick. So really focus on that. And then when you think, nah, I'm done with the foot jam tail whips, I want to learn tail whips on a box. The thing is with a tail whip, when no one really explains to you, is like, if you've done a bar spin already, you'll be leant over the bike like that. But a tail whip is sort of, you go up the box with that pump. You really pump the box, come up, kick it like you'd kick, like, I wouldn't kick it like that for a foot jam whip, but kick it like you'd kick a foot jam whip. But the key part is being over the bike. You always need to be over the bike. The bike needs to come completely to you. So when you're going up the jump box and when you're tail whipping like that, you need to realise when your bike's either landing like this, or you're smashing your wheel like that, or it's not coming enough. There's loads of different things that you learn over the years. Everyone's gone through it. Everyone has been watching these videos trying to understand how to do a tail whip. There's not one person out there that does a tail whip that learnt them like boom, like straight away off the bat like that. So believe in yourself. That's all I have to say really. Believe in yourself and just keep kicking the tail whips. You shouldn't have to move anywhere away from the bike. You need to kick that tail whip, comes round, comes back to you. What you should be doing, right, with one thing, I'll give you one thing that you should be doing as well, is kicking it round and being over the bike. You can, when you first start doing tail whips, we're still on the third step here. When you first start doing tail whips, you need to lift these knees up and allow time for the bike to come underneath you. And there's a reason why your mates, or you know some guy that does it, people tail whip and their bike bounces and then they land. There's a simple reason for that, and that's because their knees are tucked up, because they're not 100% confident with catching the bike. It's almost like you're hesitant that the bike's like there. It's not a bad thing. It's just time. People learn how to catch tail whips. I've caught tail whips, but still nowadays, that one probably bounced that I did there. I don't mind with that bouncing stuff. I think it's kind of cool in itself. You do a street ledge and there's just like a nice bouncy tail whip. I actually quite like it. So yeah, that's the third step in my opinion, is allowing the bike to come round to you. You need to drop onto them pedals. People drop on, there's a couple actual strategies with the pedals. You catch, some people catch like that in the air, some people catch the front foot, go on like that. If we put the facts out there of how you tail whip, you guys need to comment when you learnt the tail whip, because then we can look at the feedback and we can see what we're doing, and then we can bring more of these how-tos to you guys. But we're going to cut it there for a minute, so we'll probably get into more clips. Like I said, that was heavy landed. I'm going to do another one quick. While we're there, I'm going to quickly show them guys a nose pass. I learnt them the other day with Jake, and I just felt like showing you guys that, because actually it's just some crazy madness. Foot jam with no foot. Magic. Let's go. I reckon you're on step 3, letting that bike come round to you and just dropping on them pedals. Bro, come on! That was a land, wasn't it? Was it not? Thing is with tail whips, right, is I've been doing tail whips for for years, and no matter how many times you do a tail whip, they always seem to just bat at your ankles. So I don't know if Jake's calling it or not, we'll see. But either way, I think me and Jake are gonna pop down, maybe Crucial or Entity or something like that, and go get some shin pads, go get some ankle pads, and bring a better quality tail whip video to the channel. Because right now we are just, yeah, we're straight up padless, just kicking these tail whips and slamming our ankles, and our bikes are pretty dodgy. If you know if you've watched the channel before, you know that we ride the sketchy bikes, and it is just how it is. Like, our bikes just aren't great, are they, Jake? Like, everything about them's broken. My bike's rubbing right now, my bars have moved. Jake's sprocket's like moving all over the place. So either way, if you don't call a tail whip, it's not the end of the world. At least you guys got to see some attempts from Jake. But I'm pretty determined to show you guys a POV of a switch whip. I'm actually teaching myself how to tail whip because I just don't understand why I'm not landing this tail whip. My ankles can't take much more. I'm just trying to get a few for the video, you know. Ha! I think my wheel's better after that. That's so sick. I'm gassed, mate. Yeah, I'm finishing up. Just saying, guys, so if you made it to this part of the video, I appreciate that every single time. I hope you like the fact that we tried to do something a bit different for the channel today with the how to tail whip. Did go a little bit wrong, but I wouldn't really call it wrong. It was more entertaining with the crashes and everything. We broke the tail whip down into 3 simple steps, and that is literally 1, being comfortable with your bike, being able to chuck no footers. Second step is straight up the motion of the tail whip. The second step is the motion of the tail whip, not having to move, not having to move your leg trying to grab the tail whip, just the fact how you lean over. And then we got the third one, which is how to get on them pedals. And basically the situation is we wanted to do a video for goofy riders as well. We've attempted to do regular and goofy how to tail whip. Did go a little bit wrong, but you can see where we were coming from when we thought about this video. I hope you like it. Make sure you like, comment and sub, and I'll see you here next Wednesday at 6. Let's go.